It's a scene between two people who have isolated themselves completely from attachment and human relationships. Loki and Sylvie are used to being, lone wolves, I suppose. Characters who are born alone and they work alone and so trusting anyone represents a threat and a danger. And they're trying to find a way, clumsily and innocently, to trusting each other because they've come this far.
It's not very snuggly.
Okay.
Is it a tablecloth?
No, it's a blanket.
Thank you.
My pleasure.
There's a sweetness to it, which I'm really grateful to Sophia for and to Kate, because it's very simply staged, and so we just sat on the grass and played this very naturalistic, kind of emotionally vulnerable, hesitant scene.
How do I know that in the final moments you won't betray me?
Listen, Sylvie, I betrayed everyone who ever loved me. I betrayed my father, my brother, my home. I know what I did. And I know why I did it. And that's not who I am anymore. Okay? I won't let you down.
You sure? Because if we make it, and the TVA's gone, there might be a timeline for you to rule.
And then I'd finally be happy. What about you? What will you do when this is all over?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
Michael, can you talk a little bit about the challenge of writing variants of a character, of writing, this isn't the same character talking to themselves, but they are cut from the same cloth, and that only expands as the series continues with other variants. Is it challenging to write different versions of the same character in a way and establish a relationship between them?
Yeah, I mean, you don't want to just write a mirror image. You have to. Sylvie is her own character. She is Loki in a lot of ways. If Loki had a totally different life, she's been on the run from the TVA her entire life. She didn't have her mother's love throughout her life. She didn't have the companionship from Thor. The positive influences that Loki did have from his family. She had none of that. The other thing that she didn't have is Mobius. So she's a cagier version of him. And yeah, I think that's how you attack it. I love this scene because it's so human. And for Loki, a character who in Avengers, before the start of this adventure, is yelling, "I am a god, you dull creature." There's so much humanity in this scene and in this exchange, and it's really indicative of how he's changed and who he's becoming.